I can't even make a good clap. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the May 12th edition of Morning Mindset. Your host, Todd. How are you doing today? It's your first time here. This is what we need out of you. You check in. You let us know you're here, who you are, where you're from, the weather is like in your area, and what is in your cup, which we're going to talk about that because I got a coffee question, and maybe you guys can help me out with this because you guys are amazing. So we need those things from you. The other thing, the main thing we're here is one, getting us in the right mindset for the day, setting some goals, and following through with those goals. So then we need 5 things. What are 5 things? 5 things that you are going to accomplish today. So I got to pick out 5 things because it's weird. We're going to talk about how you work your work week, because I know I'm finding more and more people are doing 4-day work weeks. They're taking Friday off. So they're closing their shop on Friday, and that's when they're working on the business, not in it. So we're going to ask some questions on that. Traditionally for us, I try and make Friday a lighter day. I get heavy at the beginning of the week, so that way I can get more stuff done, work on the business, attend more classes, online training. Today we are between Fat Dad and Level Up. We are buying lunch for our teachers today, so we got to go pick that up and deliver that. So that's how we're finishing off the week, and that's at 11:15. So we're going to get some stuff done here this morning. Make sure all of our VIPs and rush orders are printed out, and then we're pretty much done for the day. We're going to be done for the day by 11, so that way we can get out there. Now, if I come back and work the afternoon, I probably will, but that way, that's how our day is planned out. So what do I have? I have DTF prints that need to get done. We just talked about that. There's 3 orders that needs to get pressed out the door today. We've got one Little League team org and another Little League. So we got 2 different organizations that need sets of jerseys. So those will go out today. And then we've got invoicing and the teacher appreciation. That's what's a big thing on my list. So you have printing DTF, print for one Little League, print for another Little League, teacher appreciation, invoice. That's my 5. We've got a lot to do today. So make sure to let me know, what are your 5 things that you're going to accomplish today? We'll a quick check-in and see how everybody is doing. Darren, good morning to you. Rye, hey, what's going on, my man? Don't forget, Rye will go live in 1 hour and 25 minutes-ish. We'll go see him. Jerry, good morning to you. I was on the wrong live today. Well, you found us. Remember, if you're not sure, what you can do is if you head over to fatdadlive.com, this guy, that'll get you into our YouTube side of things. When you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, and then ring the bell so then you'll be notified when we go live, and that should give you the link right to that one. Now, YouTube doesn't always do that, but hey, it's good when it does do it. Lisa, good morning to you. Blue Moon. I promise I don't have beer on my mind at 8:35 a.m. on a Friday. I might, but there we go. Trying to be sunny, but had been raining. Water in my jug. It's like 65-ish here. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be gross the rest of the day and then tomorrow. So soccer may get canceled tonight and tomorrow. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, I'll take mid-60s. I will take that. I don't have an issue with that at all. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. 78 with a high 91 there in Central Florida. Strawberry Dr. Pepper. That is a new one. I don't think I've ever heard of the Strawberry Dr. Pepper, and the verdict's still out on that. And Barb, good morning from North Central Minnesota. 61, partly cloudy, water in the cup. Barb's already on it. She's got her 5 things. Finish embroidery, stitch out samples, answer email, QuickBooks, find a zipper for large dive team banana boat duffel bag. Say that 5 times. That's a lot. Print spiritware photos for shop album. Very nice. And Brian's dealing with 55 rainy and Mountain Dew in the cup down there outside of St. Louis. So a couple things. So let's talk work weeks. Who, by show of hands, by comments and that, what does your work week consist of? Are you a Monday through Friday? Are you a 4-dayer? Are you every day I'm working? Which one are you? Let us know in the comments which one you are and why you are that way. So it's tough to say what I am because I could be an everydayer, but most times Sunday, if I do anything, it's only going to be for about an hour in the morning. Saturday, It's kind of iffy, especially when school sports are going on, because we'll have those in the morning up until noon, and then it's doing everything else around. So if I work on a Saturday, it may be an hour or two max. But most everything we do is Monday through Friday. And my day typically starts between 5 and 6 in the morning, and it ends between 3 and 6 at night. That's typical on a Monday. I'm here early. I'm usually here till 6. Tuesday with Todd, when we run that, we're in here early. We're not out of here until 6. Wednesday and Thursday, I try to be every day. I set the goal to be done printing at 2 p.m. So that way it gives us time to make sure everything is packaged out and shipped. Now, there's times we can go longer because it's needed. We've got 3 different things for UPS. We've got one that can pick up at 3. We've got another one that picks up at 6:30, and then we can run out to the hub, and we have till I think 8 or 8:30 out there, so we can get things done if we absolutely need to. And then Thursday, try to be done by 3. And Friday's a day where I try not to work as much as possible. Like I said, that's a day that I'm spending more on catching up on the week on trainings, working on the business, not in it. So try to get everything done, and I can go down whatever rabbit hole I decide to go down that day, and then work on it there. So, which one are you? How are you doing your business for it? And Kyle, there it is, Monday through Saturday, official hours, but I've been known to work all the time. And that's the thing, like when we have business, especially storefronts, I mean, yeah, you just can't decide. And for me, this is one of the big things about not having a storefront anymore, was not being tied to it for those set hours. If I can't sleep, which is pretty typical, I can just get up and work and get stuff done. And then if I feel like taking a nap later on, I can take a nap later on. Storefront doesn't allow me to do that. Just take a nap when I want. It makes me tied to it. But when it started feeling more like a job, I started feeling less interested in doing that job and started to regret it. So, doing that switch up definitely helped out and, brought my passion for the business back. Like, here, okay, now we're good with it. Like today, I know with it being Teacher Appreciation Week, that there's some things that we're working on. Like I said, we're the 2 businesses are buying the teachers lunch today, so we got to go get that, and then we're gonna maybe do some little gifty stuff, and that's gonna take care of the lunchtime thing. And then if it's nice in the afternoon, yeah, sometimes I just want to chill out on the patio and maybe enjoy a beverage and just enjoy the outdoors without doing too much. So, I might catch up on some social media stuff and do that out there. If it's rainy, I'm just going to take a nap this afternoon. I needed to find that balance between work-life balance, because if I'm spending all my time working, then I'm not getting the main reason to do is so I could, provide for the family, spend more time with them. And if I'm always working, I can't do that. So it's tough, but it can happen for it. Ryan's 5 things for him. Need new tires for the Swagger wagon. Swagger wagon. There you go. What are you going to get on it? What are we doing to it? Are you just putting normal tires on it? Put some big tires on it? Putting little tires on it? Some 13-inch Daytons? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You tell me a wagon that doesn't look good with some 13-inch Daytons, and I'll call you a liar. So I think every wagon deserves 13-inch Daytons. Just saying. Try to reinstall VersaWorks. 3.3 is working magnificently. Just saying. 3.3, not a problem. Still working just fine. Set it in voice, print DTF, figure out this reflective thing. What's reflective thing? What reflective thing are you speaking of on this? Goals. Here we go. Facebook user, FU. Facebook user. That's that. Because we don't always know who you are when you're in Facebook land. Way to stop that, like I said, is if you just head over to Fat Dad Live. Head over there, get you in the YouTube side of things. You can let us know. Then we'll be able to see who you are. Or you can let us know when you comment down here, and then we should be able, for the most part, figure it out. But goals. Invoice, order garments. I need to check on an order. And this is the other thing. When you guys say certain things, it makes me think about certain things. So then I can put that on my list to be like, hey, where is that one? Because I know we ordered something that should be here today, but I haven't seen tracking info on it yet. Order DTFs from you. I love it. Order promotional items. Love that. And run hats. That sounds like a great day. Yeah, Brian. Not all of us are super overachievers like you that run two amazingly successful businesses and just can, work all the time, just saying. But yes, I try and take time off. It's tough when this is right here and people think that they can just reach out to you, 37 times on a Sunday for, a $4 order. And then they get upset when you don't reply to them. But typically I do not reply to emails, messages, anything outside of our work hours. Why? Two reasons. Then I'm in work mode and I have to figure things out and go that way with it. But two, sometimes I forget. Like I'm not perfect by any means. So if I answer a message, like last night, we had a PTO, an impromptu PTO meeting to go over stuff for our next meeting. And it was drinks and things were involved. And it was like 8 o'clock. We're like, it's going to be an hour. And we didn't leave until like 11:30. So like if I would have answered somebody, I would have totally forgot about it and then been like, oh crap, sorry. I was drinking some beers and I shouldn't have answered messages. So that's why I just don't open them. I'll do it during work hours. Then I can put it on my list. I can most times what I tell people is, hey, go to the website, use the get a quote option, put it in there. So that way I have you in the system so I don't forget about it because I do get forgetful with messages. Work week. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 hour store hours. I'm there various times based on meetings, kids' activities, etc. I often go in early or work late depending on what needs to be done and deadlines. And I think that's what a lot of us are. We know what the expectations are out of us. We know what we're setting those up for our customers. So, if we're 7 to 10 business days out on stuff, we know, hey, we're getting close to that deadline. We're either going to have to, come in early or stay late to make sure we get those jobs done. It really makes it easier to set that goal and then say, okay, well, something happened and now we gotta follow through with it. And Chuck says, being at home, you really allow yourself to work anytime, any day. And isn't that the truth? Because it's just so easy to go to work. Like when we moved in the first storefront, that was kind of that tipping point for me because it made me, like, hey, I'm only working on stuff when I'm here. The other thing is I found out that I was there a lot more. When we had the mall location, I was working from, roughly 6 to 4 at the day job. And then I was at the mall from, 5 to 9 mall hours, but a lot of times till midnight and, if not longer to get things done. And so running through that so many times, it was like, there needs to be a balance here. And that's why it made it the easy switch when we had things at home to be like, no, this is the time I'm going to work. I'm going to get in here between, 5 and 6 in the morning. I'm going to work, get things taken care of. And then, when we have our times for shippings, times for kids, and then I'm done. So I may put in, a 12, 14-hour day earlier in the week. And then so when Friday rolls around, I can only put in, 4 or 5 hours and call it good. So I've got that good separation on it. And there's customers and that will talk to after hours that, just easier things. But when it comes to like orders, I'm like, nope, got to go through the site on it. And Barb is Monday through Friday, shop hours 9 to 4 for customers by appointment only. That is an amazing tip, Barb, by appointment only. I'm in the shop working by 8 a.m. Weekends are for family, house chores, personal sewing or crafting, and now yard work, garden work. Absolutely. See, Barb has it set. This is it. This is it. That's what it's for. And by that appointment only, I couldn't begin to tell you the amount of lost production hours that we had having a storefront by customers just coming in to talk, just stopping by to see how it's going on. Even with friends, I had a couple friends that get pissed because they'd stop. I stopped in to see them like, and I need to work, man. Like, I don't come to your office and I don't sit in the corner and just bullshit with you while you're working. Do I? know? Because you're working. You're running a forklift. You're doing whatever. That doesn't work. So why is it because I own the business that you feel like, oh, I can just come in there and hang out and do whatever? So I have to set those boundaries on it. So that by appointment only is an amazing, amazing thing. Let's see. I think I might have skipped over a few there. Jerry is Monday through Sunday, 10 to 7. So you every day, 10 to 7. Force myself to take one day off the week. Face orange biting the. Oh, that's the emoji. I'm like, what is that one? Monday through Sunday. You're working 7 days a week, Jerry. Take a day off. Take some time to yourself. T-Town, morning at 64. Coffee, 64 and coffee. Tinting some windows today. Embroidery hats at the same time. Double dip in there. Love that. Wish embroidery machine was my wish embroidery machine was by my tinting, but got to do what you got to do. Absolutely. Ooh, reflective DTV. Which one are you using? I have not seen the best results with stuff. Shoot me a message because the stuff that we had, it was no bueno, and so we're supposed to have more on the way. Oh, I did get. Speaking of new stuff, we got some UV DTF samples in, so we're working back and forth with our supplier to get pricing down, but look for us to have sample packs of that available soon and pricing available soon. So that way it does look like down the line, we will, right now we're going to work with them until we make sure that the business is there for it. And then we'll bring it in-house, but UV DTF will be available soon. Let's see, and there was Barb's. Yep, we did that one. Jerry, DTF question. How big does a line have to be to ensure it will adhere to fabric? I've got to go back and look, Jerry, but we've got some really fine point stuff that has adhered no problem because we use the fine powder. And when I'm talking like like stuff that was like line thin on notebook paper, and it adheres just fine with no issues. So I'll go back and look to see what the guidelines are, but we've got some really fine print that has done really well on it. Rachel, good morning to you. It's currently 54 there in Fresno with a high of 87 today. Working up to 94 tomorrow and a hundo on Sunday. Woo! And wasn't it just not too long ago? It was cold. So, yeah, nothing in your cup getting ready. Speaking of this is what I say. You guys remind me of stuff. Speaking of cups, what size cup do you consider a cup of coffee? I had this discussion with somebody, and he said, an 8-ounce cup that's a cup of coffee. Anything more than that is, a larger cup. Duh. But he said, untypical, this is 2 cups of coffee. But it's 1 cup. Like, it's 20 ounces. Like, the same thing with the 32 ounce. You consider that, how many drinks is that? I'm like, that's 1 drink. It's not 3 drinks that are in there. So how do you do that? Is this 1 cup of coffee or is that 2 cups of coffee? I know my Keurig calls that 2 cups of coffee. 2 cups of coffee, and then it leaves just enough room for a little creamer on it, and I'm good to go. But I didn't know how to answer that. I'm like, if I just got a cup of coffee, I think I'd get gypped, on an 8-ounce cup. So I don't know. What do you have there? And if you Facebook user, I have staff, so we're always open the 9 to 5 I mentioned. I'm just not there always. Hey, and that's the thing. When you have staff, you're setting goals for them. You're setting jobs for them. You're doing that. You have employees there that are running the business, doing the production, so that way you're able to work on the business. So that is always a great thing to happen. I couldn't work from home. It'd be too easy to start, just to start supper, do laundry, clean this or that, go for a walk, etc. I'd never worked. But it's so amazing. Like now, as it gets nicer out, man, there is nothing better than before I get started to throw something in the smoker and then throughout the day, go check on it and see it and just get those good whiffs all day long. Or to set things up when I know we're going to be doing something at that night. Here, I can throw this on the smoker there. I can do that. I may or may not have, hopped in the hot tub yesterday just for a little relaxation in the day, because why not? You got to take care of yourself. Self-care is a huge thing. That was after our conversation on Tuesday's edition of Tuesday with Todd about overcoming obstacles. I got some messages, and I got an email that kind of meant a lot to me, because they said saying what I said and doing what I do, showed them that it was okay. That things aren't always going to work out. There's going to be failures. It's all how you come back around from it. But they were, to a point where they might have wanted to give up. And they said, to see that there could be, something else right around the corner, and just to keep at it. Yeah, why not? When you look at a lot of what we do, most of the stuff that you're using in your business, whether, that's, your screen printing stuff, your embroidery stuff, your DTF stuff, your HTV stuff, things like that. You already have the equipment, right? And most everybody has the equipment paid off or has it set up where it's paying for the equipment. So, are you ever, unless you sell out and go away, are you ever really walking away? No, I do not think so. It was like us when we stopped doing it for a little bit. We still had the equipment, so it was very easy for us just to turn it back on, and that's what it took, was just one life event of one bad thing. I'm like, I can just do it myself, and that's where we pick back up from. So, unless you get rid of everything, you're just there with it. Barb, I keep reading your schedule. Really like that. I think that's a great schedule to have. No, scam likely. If my phone can tell me scam likely, they know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hit the button, send it there. I just do it for me, so I don't have to do that. Let's see. What did I miss there? Oh yeah. Let's see. That was a great question, Jerry. Oh, that was on line weight. Like I said, we'll get there. T-Town uses a 15-ounce coffee cups, and that's my cup, which is what, 2 cups of coffee, right? Or is that a cup of coffee? Like that's the big thing. Like if you went in and you got it, here's your 15-ounce, great. But like when I go to the restaurant and they give me that little cup, I'm like, that's like a shot of coffee. I need, and it's a 4-ounce cup of coffee. I'm very confused on it. It really throws me off, and I don't know. I need help, right? It's 1 cup, just more coffee depending on the cup size. Right. But like traditionally, what is a cup of coffee? If you order a cup of coffee, what do you expect to get? Are you expecting to get, and that's a 4-ounce, a 6-ounce, an 8-ounce, a 15-ounce, a 20-ounce? What are you expecting to get for that cup of coffee? Because, even though I'm out right now, Keurig tells me that that's 2 cups there. A cup is 8 ounces. Well, there, we got that. We got the math figured out. So is that what you expect in a cup of coffee? Is 8 ounces, or do you expect more? That's the thing. And where was it? Yeah, the reason I have jobs come up with minute letters and a bit concerned. A cup of coffee is at least 20 ounces, less waste of time. I 100% agree with that. More bathroom trips, but I'm saving time making it. As far as send it through. If you get a sample, send it through, Jerry, and we'll get one out to you so that way you can see and go from there. But like the neck tags, I mean, that text is super small, and that's holding up just fine on things. So if you think about that, we're good to go on it there. Nancy, good morning to you. T-Town says, I get a lot of the spam calls, but oftentimes it shows that and that a customer calling the tint shop. Oh, really? I use Google Voice for that and have Verizon. I guess I didn't think about that. Well, like this one, I know let's see, what was this? Like this one. That when I'm getting stuff from like an 833 number, that's probably not gonna be it. Or the 800 numbers, yeah, that's not gonna be it. The one that gets me is we've got one. Where is it at? That it almost gets me every time. Almost every time. It's a 309 number, which is our area code. So that's why I'm like, ooh, but it's Google. It's Google. And I'm like, and so when I see our local area code, I'm like, come on, Google, get off me. Keurig standard is 8 ounces. Yeah, Keurig standard is 8 ounces. Pull out that little thing under there. You put the 20 ounce in there, 2 pods. That's the Todd standard. That's what it is there. And there's you don't grab a measuring cup and expect it to be more. So I expect to get 8 ounces, but it's definitely need more if I was a coffee drinker. Well, and some of the coffee cups, like, when you look at one cup versus another cup, the thinner cups, the wider cups, the short cups, the fat cups, it really depends. And that's where I don't know. I get confused. And this is why I am the way I am, because I spend too much time thinking about this other stuff. It really has no bearing on whether my day is going to go well or not. But it just gets me thinking, like, hey, is this something that we should talk about? Hey, is this something, the things that run through my mind that I just live there rent free, like this. I shouldn't. This isn't a thing, but for whatever reason, it's my thing today, and I think it's because I've already had 2 cups of coffee. I'm on a monster, almost again. So I guess I've had. So like that. Have I had 2 cups of coffee, or have I had 1 cup of coffee? By Keurig standards, I've had 2 cups of coffee, and I've already had a monster, and it is 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've got a busy day, so I don't know what we got going on there. Hey, and Keisha, it's raining here in Aurora for days. Not supposed to let up for another week. Invoices, mock-ups, and website work today. I did see that. There was like some tornadic activity up in that area, wasn't there as well? Oh, that's what. Thinking of Aurora made me think of Pilar, which made me think of Crystal. That I have to make sure that that stuff goes out. I've got printed glitter HTV that I need to get out today. So I'm going to set that up as soon as this is done so that one can get done. So, yes. Oh, see, nowadays you buy 4 ounces and you pay for 8. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I shouldn't have this. I just want to know what I should expect. Like, this to me seems normal. It seems normal. Sitting a cup like that does not seem normal. Yeah, quite a bit in flooding. Yeah, it was. I seen there was that and hail, and it was just redonkulous that was going through there. And I seen like sunny on one side of town and total garbage on the other. It was not there. I hate that Google verified call like unverified. That's why my phone rings from Google. Yeah, 100%. Like, how do I get that to stop? Like what can I do to make you say no? Because this thing is now there's let's see, is it a few different ones? I think there's like 3 different numbers that I'll call from. It's all the 309, and it's like, come on, why are you getting this? That's there, or the other ones. I don't get a whole lot of calls from the digitizers anymore, but I do get a crap ton of calls from uh, people wanting funding or wanting to give me funding. Like your business qualifies for, let's see what's the one that I just saw. Is it that one? Let's see. No, customers are finding on Google. Press 1 now to verify. We've already done that. Like, I don't know how many times that just drives me insane. But that one was another one that's the yeah, that they're today. Here's your business will likely receive a refund up to $26,000. Okay, cool. Like, I don't get it. What's another one for? Let's see. Let's see. It's another one. Oh, funding from the bank. You qualify for up to $500,000 line of credit. Like, why? Why? What do I need that for? What can I buy with that? What's the payments on that? What do you tell me about that? Jose, good morning to you. Uh, Nancy, their niece got hit hard with lots of damage at her house. When we had this last storm roll through here, we didn't get much damage, but one of the gals last night that we were talking with for PTO, she doesn't live that far from us, maybe a block or two. They got roof damage and siding damage, and it was, I mean, like cracked siding. Hail got it good from us there. Don't drink coffee, problem solved. It wouldn't matter if I was drinking even like this because they've got these cans, they've got the big cans. Mountain Dew, a 12-ounce can of Mountain Dew. What are you drinking, Brian? Are you drinking a 12-ounce? Or are you drinking the 16-ounce? What is it? The 16-ounce ones and then the 20-ounce ones. The 12-ounce can, like, that's 3-4 drinks tops. So you have to go with like the 16 or the 20-ounce, right? So which one do you go with? You can totally relate. I can make that relatable to anything. Jersey got Christmas tea in the cup, 60 degrees and rainy in Ohio. Finished designing 2 jobs, invoicing epoxy cups, and quote jobs. So that sounds like a very fun day there. Uh, I would be shaky if I drank that much coffee. What, a 20-ounce, an 8-ounce, what? I don't get a whole lot of shaky because I usually have this. I'm not the big breakfast guy. My lunch will consist of, like today, I know it's pretty much the same anymore all the time. It's beef sticks, cream cheese, cucumbers. That's my little snack throughout the day. And then not sure what we're doing for dinner tonight because it really depends on soccer. Soccer is from 4:30 to 5:30. If we'll just pick something up after that, if the weather allows, if we'll cook something. I did get the new garlic butter seasoning in the mail yesterday, and so anytime I get new seasonings, I throw it on popcorn. That's how I'm like, oh, first I taste it, and I throw it on popcorn and go from there. It's going to be legit on some stuff. The last month the seasoning I got was a dill pickle seasoning, and that is amazing on popcorn. Just saying from there. I probably get at least 5 of the funding calls a day, right? Yeah, It's just like crazy. Like, how can I just make it all stop? A bunch of calls on insurance. Another one I haven't got for a while, but it went through like a spurt of, okay, now I'm getting these. Rachel says I block numbers that keep calling but never leave a message and then report them as spam. Yeah, and we'll turn it over into that where you can hit the button and put it here, and then I don't realize it till your messages are full. I'm like, what for? And there's all this other stuff that's back there on that side. Jerry, I told a financer the other day, I don't need their money. We pay cash for everything. She called me a liar. I said, either way, take me off your list. Yeah, right? What's the matter? Like, no, I don't want your funding. I do though. I always want to know, what are the terms on it? What are the terms? And even on the interest rate side of it, you can have crazy interest rates. I mean, you're not getting money for what, less than 10, 11% now on business funding, and you're probably closer to 20%. But at that payment side, if your payment is this and the business can support that payment, then that's all that really matters. Now, I'm not a financer, I'm not a money man, I'm a numbers guy, and that's the numbers that work. Here's what the payment is, here's what the business needs to do. Okay. Yeah, could I refinance it maybe and get things cheaper? Sure. But if I base it off this, then I know I'm going to be fine. The RTC calls 5 times a day, 5 to 10 times a day. It just, I know. And you want to make sure you answer phones, and I get it. You want to talk to them, but I'll be honest with you. I am not a phone person. I'm a text, I'm an email. The reason being is I want to have that paper trail. No, don't call me on the phone and tell me what color and what sizes and all that. No. I'm going to send you the website. You can put the stuff there. We'll continue to over email. So we have, when something goes wrong, which it always does, because what they had in their head wasn't what they really wanted. And they want to try and be like, oh, well, I don't have anything to fall back on. At least when I do it by phone or email, website, I have that paper trail that helps me out. My ex would drink 6 cups of Death Wish coffee and a couple White Monsters before noon. Well, I mean, I'm usually 1 or 2 Monsters, 1 cup of coffee. That I haven't been on a coffee kick for a while, but I got back on it. So, and that's it. Because then from there, it switch over to water the rest of the day. A can is a serving, but how many? Okay, so then how many servings do you have, Ryan? You only have, when you say Mountain Dew, are you having 1 serving, 1 can, or what else do you put in there? I couldn't tell you the last time I got a digitizer call. I feel kind of upset when I hear everybody say, "Man, I get calls from digitizers all the time." I'm like, I don't. What do I do to get on that one? No, I'm glad that we don't anymore. I'm just like digitizer emails. I used to get those all the time, and now I think I maybe get 1 a week. So I must be doing something bad because nobody's trying to reach out to me to have that stuff done. But here we are, 35 minutes in. You guys have come to join us. We have next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, going to be morning mindset. We're looking to do bundle drop next Thursday. Yesterday, we had rush orders that came in, and this week has been kind of ups and downs on things that we're trying to get done and out. And when I set that bundle drop up for 2:00, then that it really, to prepare for things, to make sure to get the bundles put out, to make sure that everything gets put online, to do everything that needs to get done with it. I've got 2 hours in it, and the way that this week has been going, especially with this Little League stuff where they're still signing kids up, they're trying to push the limit on how long they can wait to get stuff done because they know that we can fast turn around it. It does put a little strain on it. So to take 2 hours away to do that, I know I need to do, but yeah, it didn't happen. And I'm not upset it didn't happen because we got jobs out and that was amazing, but I need to do it. So next week will definitely be that. 6 cans per day, a minimum. Fun fact, your 6 cans per day minimum. I was like that with Coke. It was the Coke 6-pack bottles that you buy. So they're not the 20-ounce ones. They're like the 16-ounce ones. I was good for 6 of those a day. And that was pre-COVID. When I mean pre-COVID, it was pre-me getting COVID. Once I got COVID, I won't forget, sitting there, starting to feel better. And then I don't know I got something and I went for a dipping sauce and I was pissed because I couldn't taste it. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I have COVID. I can't taste anything. But at that time, I'm like, well, what am I, why am I spending money buying Coke when I can't taste it? Like, it took me a while. And I even still think now, There's a lot of things that I can't taste still. But I just went to water, and then so the I think I only had a Coke, 2 Cokes last year, and it was because we were in Atlanta, and I don't think they serve water down there. It's just Coke. So and even that, it just didn't taste the same. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I've been drinking water this long, so yeah, I was a good sixer a day easily for that. No questions asked. It just, yeah. But 6 cans per day. Yep, I was there only as Coke. Not so bad. Hey, Seuss, good morning to you, my friend. So yeah, we are going to do morning mindset Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Remember, show up, bring all your stuff, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Next week, Tuesday with Todd. The PTO meeting is until the following Tuesday, so we will do Tuesday with Todd this one, and it's going to be kind of, setting realistic goals. I know there's all kinds of different ways that you can do it, but I'm going to talk about how we set our goals, how we look at it, because we are January, February, March, April, May, June. We are coming up on the halfway point of the year. So, if you haven't set some goals, you really should, because at the end of the day, we don't have goals. What are we working for? Is your goal to work up until the day you die? You're going to retire? You're going to sell? And people, we've had that conversation. You're like, what do you mean sell my business? Well, that's how a lot of people start their business is here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Here's my exit strategy. And within 5 years, it's going to be this way. And then I'm selling it and moving on. A lot of people do that. There's nothing wrong with selling your business and getting out and waiting till your non-competes up and start something else. So we're going to talk some goal setting. And especially how to do it as that solopreneur, that 2-person, 3-person shop, things to help you out with that, the whole goal setting thing. And it's not just those lofty goals of things in the future. It's, hey, can we break these down into more manageable pieces? That's why our 5 things. Here's what I'm going to accomplish today. Here's what I'm going to accomplish this week. Here's what's going to accomplish this month, this quarter, this year. So we're going to talk about that, and that'll be Tuesday with Todd. So make sure to tune in for that. This weekend, it is Mother's Day. So if you are a mother, thank you. Thank you for being a mother. Thank you for not spitting out your kids or swallowing your kids or whatever. The shirt that we made yesterday, or the transfers we printed. I love the stuff you guys send in. I really, really do. Some of it makes me giggle like a 12-year-old boy, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So kudos to that. We will do some fun. I don't know what we got going on for Mother's Day yet, because my mother, and then Corey's mother, and then I have mothers from other mothers. So we've got. I'm not quite sure what we have going on, but it will be a Mother's Day weekend, and a lot is always weather based. So reach out to your mom, tell her you love her, tell her thank you for bringing you in this world, or as my mom would say, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of this world, which I think there's a ton of truth to that. There is a ton of truth to it. So you guys have an amazing day, amazing weekend. Take time for yourself. Quit working on your business every day and get out there and enjoy it, because that's what you should do. You should be enjoying your time. Don't spend it all working on your business for nothing. We'll talk goal setting next week. We'll be back here Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for another Morning Mindset. Until then, peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.